show. The fairy tale is complete. The Central Coast Mariners, champions of Australia.
A cool summer's night in the A-League for Monday night football. And Macarthur have made the trip to Adelaide for this round 12 clash with the Reds, with both sides in desperate need of a win. Wouldn't those fans crave one? Adelaide have only won 2 of their last 9 games. And expectations are high in Adelaide. What this team can achieve this season, the Bulls could use a victory as well. They've now gone 4 games without securing 3 points. Ryan Kitto set to lead the Reds out in his 190th A-League game. Fully doubler. The former Johnny Warren medalist with the honours for Macarthur. Nice crowd building at Cooper Stadium. We always enjoy wonderful support there in Adelaide, and that youngster is a large reason why they turn out. Nestor Irankunda turns 18 in a month, off to Bayern Munich in a few months, of course. All eyes will be on him to see what this precocious young talent in Australian football can produce tonight. As we look at the Adelaide United 11, just the one change made by Carl Viet. Ben Halloran comes into the starting lineup off the bench from the side that drew with Wellington 2-2 on Thursday night, and Luka Jovanovic drops to the bench. It's a settled lineup now for Carl Viet, but one that he would like to see a bit more from. Ryan Tunnicliffe is starting to have an influence. The Manchester United product came through that famous academy. He's played for 10 clubs around the UK. Decided to move over to Australia. And he's just starting to stabilise this Adelaide United midfield alongside Isaias. Macarthur have made one change as well. Clayton Lewis, the Kiwi, drops out. It's the first time Macarthur have gone into battle without his services in midfield, but there is an able replacement in the form of Jake Holman, an excellent young talent in Australian football. Scored 4 goals this season. Milos Dejovski will be hoping he can have an impact yet again. He's used him out wide at times, Jake Holman, as Milos Dejovski. He is most comfortable in the middle of the park though. 4 goals is a brilliant return from midfield. An assist to boot. He's the kind of player you'd love to see get regular game time in the Isuzu Ute A-League. Many in the game think he has the chance to play for the national team in the future. Carl Viet leads the way for games managed for Adelaide, but he'd like to get his team going again in this campaign. Only 2 wins in their last 9 games. He was furious with the way in which his side performed in the defeat to Macarthur in New South Wales in early December, a 4-3 loss. According to their coach, they were never at the races. Milos Dejovski was a happy man on that night. He's smiling now. But having gone 4 games without a win after such an encouraging start to the season, under the radar at times, he'd like to get his Macarthur side going again. The Socceroos great.
We got about 60 seconds.
Your referee tonight is Jack Morgan. Just his 22nd A-League game.
Monday Night Football round 12.
Adelaide United can jump up to 5th with a victory tonight. Macarthur as high as 3rd. Both teams in a little bit of a rut, but with the chance to spark things this evening. And as we said earlier, this man does that better than most in Australian football right now, Nestor Irankunda. Savour every single minute that he has left in this domestic competition before he heads off to the German giants, Bayern Munich. Tommy Uskok, partner Matt Yerman, in the heart of the Macarthur defence once more. An experienced combination looking to nullify the threat of Hiroshi Ibusuki, fresh off scoring a double in the draw on Thursday night against Wellington. And there's James Delianov filling in for Joe Gauci, who is with the Socceroos at the Asian Cup in Qatar. All in readiness. Macarthur kicking us off at Cooper Stadium. Joining me in commentary tonight is former A-League Golden Boot winner and Daniel McBreen.
Good evening, Daniel. Everyone out there on this Monday night. Two teams who started the season so well. See an early foul. Nearly Davila straight away. Zach Clough letting him know he's there.
Very unusual that the two number 10s are involved in a challenge like that early in a football match.
That's it. Getting into the rough stuff early on. But both of these teams did start so well in the opening rounds of the season. A little bit dry lately, so a win is imperative today.
Even when he's knocked to the ground early, Uli Davila, he still comes up smiling. Johnny Warren medalist, Mark Paducah medalist, the captain of this Bulls side. Here's Jed Drew, turning Giuseppe Bobolina early and breaking down the left-hand side for the Bulls. It's a dangerous cross. The Germain got a foot to it, and it flashes narrowly wide of the post.
Well, that was almost a wonderful start from Macarthur. Jed Drew down this left-hand side, left Bobolina for dead. It's a decent ball in as well. The Germain just can't guide it on target. Early positive signs.
He's looking dangerous, the Frenchman. Perhaps under the radar, he's starting to build a nice season together. 5 goals to his name for the campaign. One Ligue 1 with Monaco, the Europa League runner-up with Marseille. It's a fair resume. He was in the action early. There is Bobolina, who did score in the 4-3 defeat to Macarthur a month ago. His first and only A-League goal to date. The young right-back who is no doubt enjoying establishing himself in this Adelaide side. Rietza with the throw. Switch it out to Yanni Nicolau. To the feet of Borges Rodriguez. Turns it over. Ben Halloran wins it back. It's Popovic for Adelaide. To the feet of Isaias. Said Irankunda turns 18 next month. Isaias turns 37. Double his age, the Spanish great. Adelaide looking to keep a bit of possession at home. Ansel to Popovic. Macarthur looked to be pretty well organised defensively, Macca.
They are early days at the moment.
Ito up against Nicolau. Nicolau stands his ground well. And excellent work there to win a corner for the Reds by Ryan Kitto. He came in around the back of Nicolau. I don't think he was expecting it. He was able to deflect the ball off him for what is a Reds corner. Zach Clough to deliver, the Englishman. Bolton Wanderers product. Ibasuki, always a danger in situations like this. It's to the front post, headed away by Jed Drew. Clough knocks it back. Tunnicliffe, another break on the left-hand side. Chance for Ibasuki, he got a touch in it. And that is almost the opener for Adelaide. 3 goals in 2 weeks. And Hiroshi Ibasuki, you can tell, is in a confident state of mind.
Well, we've seen good opportunities at both ends. Zach Clough has been exceptional this season. And Ibasuki, in a rich vein of form, almost guides it inside that far post. We saw his movement on the corner, looking to get free. It was great movement again for the cross there.
A lot of people have been asking why he wasn't starting more games early on in the season. He does possess a serious threat in attack, Ibasuki, and he was important for Adelaide last season. It's taken a little while to get going, but seems to be in good form at the minute.
Well, that can happen sometimes with strikers as well. To give them a little break, confidence back. He's certainly in good form at the moment.
So big chances for both strikers, Germain and Ibasuki, early in this contest at Cooper Stadium. Here's Bobolina. Irankunda breaks around Jed Drew with ease. The cross is short at the front post. Bulls through Davila, under pressure to clear. Adelaide have boxed him in well and won it back. Here's Irankunda. Inside the 18-yard box, goes to ground easily. The referee tells him to get to his feet. The Cooper Stadium crowd not happy with that. Doesn't seem to be too much in it.
No, we knew they weren't going to be happy when that free kick came, but Davila just seemed to nick in around the backside and get the toe in.
Big call for Jack Morgan to make early in this game, but didn't dwell on it too much. Looks like it's clear win of the ball by Uli Davila.
Well,
All of his experience.
I'm not too sure. I'm not sure if Davila got the touch there or it was a touch on foot.
It is being checked by VAR, we can tell you.
I'm not sure if it was enough to send him over, but I don't think Davila got the touch on the ball we all thought he did.
Chris Griffith-Jones in the VAR booth. Not too concerned with it. Not enough to overturn it anyway. Bit of action 6 minutes in. Chance for Valère Germain. Chance for Hiroshi Iwasuki. Both of their efforts flashing narrowly wide of the post. And Nestor Irankunda in the action early as well.
Very rarely does a game go by at Cooper Stadiums without action. Wonderful venue, wonderful crowds.
Monday night football and, yep, the Red Army into it early. Here's Clough looking for Kiddo. Up against Nicolau, takes him on, finds some space. The cross is deep. Headed away by Vujitsa. Bobolina's there. A chance from Macarthur to break on the counter-attack. Lovely ball from Davila. Out to Borges Rodriguez. Support arrives in the form of Germain. Rodriguez gets around. His opponent smashes the post. Lovely efforts. That's thundered against the woodwork. Now the support comes for Adelaide. Here's Tunnicliffe. My goodness. The vibration's still reverberating around Cooper Stadium from that one.
He hit it with some venom, didn't he? Smacked against the post. If the opening 7 minutes is anything to go by, we're in for a treat here.
Got around Nick Ansell comfortably, Borges Rodriguez. Obliterated that ball. Woodwork saves James Delianov. Fantastic start to this clash at Cooper Stadium. Germain looks for the quick flick. Here's Holman. Matt Yerman played his 200th game in the A-League across 5 clubs. On Friday night against one of his old clubs in Newcastle. One of the reasons why Macarthur have stabilised this season. It's Holman who came into the side for Clayton Lewis, who's been given a rest, we've been told, the Kiwi international. The chest of Rodriguez. Ansell into the feet of Isaias. Looks to launch an attack. He's found Halloran in space. As Clough in support. Opens up the body, then ducked inside. Good save from Philip Curto. Space created by Adelaide. With the outstretched leg, Philip Curto denies that Clough.
Well, he's been good this season, Zach Clough. That was just a little too easy. He just opened the hips up and sold the dummy, and he was past the defender like he wasn't even there.
5 goals, 4 assists to his name. Scored a double against Macarthur in December. This Isaias' long ball that started that Reds attack. They've asked a big question of Macarthur. Iwasuki into Isaias. And Tunnicliffe. Back heel from Zach Clough. 2 Englishmen combining beautifully. The Reds up and about early in this one at Cooper Stadium. Swift into play between some of their stars. Here is Iwasuki with a lovely touch, but was offside. Yeah, they're at it, the likes of Clough and Tunnicliffe and Iwasuki.
They look in the mood, don't they? Here's another look at that save from Curto. Like he just opened his body and then just dragged the ball past. That was going in the bottom corner. Curto, good save with the outstretched leg.
2019 A-League Goalkeeper of the Year, Philip Curto. His 3rd A-League club, the Big Pole. big stop early. Bielsa into Davila. Jed Drew, well watched by Bobolina. Game of the season, Giuseppe Bobolina. 8th start. Very comfortable. He's been given the opportunity by Carl Beard in this campaign. Coleman, Kieran Backus combined. It's a lovely turn by Jake Coleman. Under pressure, a couple of Reds around him.
Yeah, that's fantastic football.
That's why the raps are so large on this youngster. He came through at Sydney FC, fouled there by Ben Halloran. Just seems to have so much time, even when he's under pressure.
His awareness as well, where the players were coming from. And there's the foul on the pass back there.
I'd like to see the turn again. It's Nicolau for Macarthur. Advancing down the right-hand side. The Borges Rodriguez. Hit the post a few minutes ago. Kieran Backus. Brother Keanu, of course, is away with the Socceroos at the Asian Cup at the moment. Nice 1-2 between Jed Drew and Jake Coleman. Turned over though, now the Reds can break. Here's Iran Kunda. Watched closely by Buitsa, who dispossesses it.
He's always dangerous, isn't he, Nestor and Kunda? Some electric moments in the last match. It's fantastic. Ivasuki for the goal.
Only 1 goal for the season, but 3 assists.
Yeah.
He's providing plenty. I'm sure he'd like to add a few more to the score sheet, though. German. The switch to Jed Drew. Bielsa comes on the overlap. Drew takes up that option. Good ball from Bielsa to the front post. No one was hitting it though, and Delianov is able to gather under no pressure whatsoever. An even game so far. There's plenty of chances at both ends.
Yeah, it's been open, hasn't it? Some good play from both teams to open up the defences.
Bobolina looks to hit Halloran. Kasuki closes on Holman. Now Backus for the Bulls. Looks for Rodriguez. Kiddo watches him closely. And the ball's been caught between the legs there of Rafael Borges Rodriguez. It did go out though. Gives us the chance to go down to Max Burford.
I don't know if it does. There's so much going on out here. We've just had a foul and a yellow card. The crowd is absolutely loving it. A pulsating start down here, and it is a lovely night for football. I would dare say almost cold for this time of year, and they've showed up on a Monday night, the Adelaide faithful. I say that the Macarthur faithful have showed up. There's, I'm looking at the away bay, a family of maybe 4 or 5, which is fantastic. They've got their Macarthur kit on, but then if we just go forward a little bit, front row, there's 5 kids in Melbourne Victory outfits. And they are getting a couple of boos, those boys. They're lucky they're sitting in a very protected area, I reckon. But they'll take all of the support that they can get, Macarthur, because this fixture has been played 7 times, and it has been won every single time by the home team. So they've played 3 times here at Coopers, 3 times for the Reds. Macarthur will hope that those 5 boys can help them flip that script this evening.
I'm sure those Melbourne Victory fans, considering the vitriol that exists in the original rivalry, will be Macarthur Bulls supporters tonight. They're gaining some fans nicely though at home games on Macarthur. There's some momentum building around their football club under Miles Dejovski.
Yeah, it's good to see. Monday nights have been popular as well.
Bielsa stands his ground under pressure from Bobolina, wins the throw-in. That yellow card, coincidentally, for Kieran Backus. It's an important one, not in the positive sense for him. It means that that's 5 for the season, so he misses Macarthur's next game. Shame for an important player in midfield. The foot was high.
Studs were showing as well. It is a dangerous one.
Can't argue too much with that decision by Jack Morgan. have got Clayton Lewis, we understand, ready to come back in to Macarthur, so it seems like it will be a straight swap as Jake Holman hands possession back to James Delianov in Adelaide. Here's Tunnicliffe, former Manchester United youth player, starting to settle in the city of churches. Alexander Popovic to Bobolina, watched by Jed Drew. It's a back from Irankunda. A space to cross Bobolina. It's a beautiful cross, and Adelaide take the lead. And it's Ben Halloran. And might they leap in the air? A wonderfully worked move down the right. And Ben Halloran profits.
Well, we said both teams have had some good play that opened up the defence. Well, this is quality from Adelaide and Bobolina on the Harvey Norman replay. Little give and go with Nestor Irankunda, but look at this ball with pace right across the 6-yard line, asking for someone to get onto it. Ben Halloran, duly obliged. Look at this, give and go, and he just looks up, and that is the perfect ball for a striker to get onto. And Ben Halloran finds himself with an easy tap in, 6 yards out, in the middle of the goal, 1-0 Adelaide.
That's fantastic football. Ben Halloran's 4th goal of the season. But what about the work from Giuseppe Bobolina and Nestor Irankunda down the right? Jed Drew got sucked in. Bobolina with a quite gorgeous ball. Ben Halloran did not have to break stride. Adelaide won to the good early. And that is a goal that delights. Fantastic crowd on a Monday night at Cooper Stadium. Been one of the stories of the season for Adelaide, Giuseppe Bobolina. Given a chance by Carl Viet. Scored against Macarthur, as I said, in December, but that was just a wonderful ball. He's given it up now. Macarthur have the chance to break, but you could not have asked for a better pass.
No. He could have easily taken a touch there and the moment could have been lost, but he assessed the situation. He delivered an inch-perfect ball. And what you want is your opposite winger to be getting in as well. Great stuff from Adelaide.
It wouldn't be a better feeling, I'd imagine, Daniel McBreen, you'd know plenty about it, that when you don't have to break stride as an attacker. You just move at one pace onto the football and knock it in.
Make it as easy as possible.
Ben Halloran, with all of his experience, knew exactly where to be as well. The Ben Halloran chant echoes around Cooper Stadium. Of course, went to the World Cup in 2014, did Ben Halloran, under Ange Postecoglou. Made his World Cup debut against Chile in that opener in Brazil in 2014. Perhaps hasn't made as many Socceroos appearances as he would have liked, but what a wonderful contributor he's been for Adelaide over the last few seasons. The cross from Clough. Ito might be offside, no flag, he's got some space. His cross hits Tommy Uscock in the chest, and now that offside flag is raised. So the Reds, after an even start, have stolen the ascendancy in this one.
They have. Macarthur had a very good start in the first minute or two, but they've responded well. The crowds got behind them early, as they always do here. And they're looking in the mood for some more.
Macarthur play out from the back to Vujitsa. Davila with the link-up. Gets it back now from Vujitsa. Cuts inside beautifully on Isaias. And that's a wonderful ball as well to find Rafael Borges Rodriguez in space. Up against Kito. The touch was just a little bit heavy. It was a wonderful pass from Davila to release him.
Yeah, fantastic. In the tight area, Lily Davila opened up. You see here, and look at the vision and the weight of pass as well. He just puts it into the path of Rafael, who comes inside. It's just a heavy touch there, and that's enough for the Adelaide defence to get back.
Lily Davila starting to have an influence for Macarthur. It is Rafael. It's around Kitto with ease. Cross, much like his touch a moment ago. Just a little heavy though. They're enjoying a bit of space down that right-hand side. Borges Rodriguez has hit the post already in this game. Starting to just get behind the Adelaide defence down the left. Bovalina with the throw. Not on from Ibasuki to Irankunda. Now Kitto. Zach Clough picks the ball up in a wide area. Irankunda's now switched to the left. Runs at Nicolau, finds some space. Nestori Irankunda's shot. Just rises over the crossbar. But he switched sides and managed to have a good look at goal, the youngster.
He's disappointed in himself, and the expectation is so high. We've seen him do it so often.
Pressure on Macarthur here defensively as they try to play out from the back. Wears his heart on his sleeve, Nestori Irankunda. We love that about him. Some of the coaches at Adelaide tell him to just calm and relax from time to time, but perhaps that's what makes him such a devastating talent as well. Here's Ibasuki with some fancy footwork inside the 18-yard box. Eventually his shot is blocked. Irankunda back on the right. Bacchus intervenes. Through into Davila. Jamal switches it for Nicolau, but too far out in front of him. Chance for Macarthur to break. Breaks down. So yes, with a wonderful ball to find Halloran. Will he get there first? Curto read it well. Got a crucial hand in. The offside flag goes up, but Philip Curto wasn't to know.
No, he wasn't. He got out well. Just enough.
An open football game on a Monday night, the Isuzu Ute A-League at Cooper Stadium. The Reds with the 1-0 lead, but Macarthur asking plenty of questions as well of the Adelaide defence. Both teams desperately needing a win. Adelaide have only won 2 of their last 9. Macarthur now 4 games in a row without victory. They snapped a 3-game losing streak. The 1-1 draw in stoppage time against Newcastle on Friday night. Miles Dejovski desperate to get back to winning ways. He knows his side is in this game, despite Adelaide having the advantage as Tunnicliffe switches it and finds Irankunda. He got a head in there on Vujitsa, and that is surely a free kick. Just read it a little bit better than Irankunda.
Yeah, just got in just a little quicker. Vujitsa just delayed a little, and it's going to be a yellow card. Contact with the head. See here as the ball comes. Kunda bravely gets the head in. It's a high boot. Can't argue with that from Vujitsa.
Once Irankunda gets in behind him, he's in a bit of trouble. Hopefully the Adelaide youngster is okay. I can understand Ivan Vujitsa's protest because he gets the ball, but
I think he's just trying to say that he didn't. It was not meant to make contact. He was going for the ball. Probably understand why it's a yellow card. Well, you should understand.
I'm not sure you want to be on a yellow card for the next 70 minutes or so up against Nestori Irankunda.
It's a tough spot to be. I'm sure Carl Viet will be saying to him now, you get that ball and you run at him at every opportunity.
Warm round of applause as the 17-year-old phenom of Australian football gets back to his feet. Clough with the free kick. And Adelaide stretched their advantage. Delivery from the Englishman is to a dangerous spot. Wooscock gets ahead to it. It's not fully cleared yet, though. And the header from Jake Holman goes out for an Adelaide corner. So pressure starting to mount on Macarthur.
Yeah, that delivery from Zach Clough. He's really gone to another level this season. finally seeing the quality he has. It was a delicious ball in across the 6-yard.
And several who've had to step up in the absence of Craig Goodwin. He's done it more than any other at Adelaide this season, as Zach Clough. He hands over set-piece duties for this corner, though, to Iran Kunda. Zibasuki Yemen, receiver talking to from Jack Morgan. Adelaide takes the corner short. Here is Clough. To the back post it goes. Cleared by Bacchus. Halloran with the flick looking for Kitto. Davila did well to win a foot on that football. And then it went to grounds. Perhaps a fortunate reprieve for Macarthur.
We'll have a little look here. Looked like he slipped, but maybe there was a touch.
50% of both perhaps on that one. Holman. Often looking forward. Doesn't have too much on though. It's Tomislav Uskok into the feet of Jed Drew. His switch to the right. Wants it back from Nicolau. Have to go to the feet of Bacchus instead. Jaman. He's back to goal. Switches it to Vujica. His cross fails to beat Isaias. Holman turning well again. Gets it back from Vujica. Macarthur tried to put some pace into their attack. Switched from Bacchus. The Jed Drew. One-on-one with Kitto. Nutmegs him inside the 18-yard box. Support came in the form of Clough, and that was important. As the Reds start to break. Iran Kunda switched back to the left-hand side. It's an excellent ball driven into the feet of Bobolina. He was the provider for Adelaide's opener. Clough into Ibasuki. Lovely flick. Iran Kunda just lets it roll over his foot. Still had time for the shot. That was blocked. Ibasuki looks to thread it through again. Keeps his feet well and then loses control of the football, but he's linking up play superbly.
His deft little touches around the edge of the box have been fantastic. On that occasion, a lovely ball just dropped to Iran Kunda. A little flip and a touch just let him down there. That was trouble for Macarthur if he has a good touch.
Been a delight to watch Adelaide in attack so far this evening. Zach Clough and Ibasuki combining beautifully on numerous occasions, but Vujica has released Rodriguez here. That's a dangerous ball. Jed Drew late to arrive on the right-hand side. Gathers it now in front of Kitto. Here's Holman. Vujica will offer support to Rodriguez. Dangerous cross cleared by Isaias. Headed away by Iran Kunda. Bacchus intervened though. Now Davila with a shot on the left. My goodness, for a moment I thought that was in. He only needs half a metre, Uli Davila, to conjure up a dangerous chance.
There's not much space there, is there? And there's not much back left either. He only had one thing on his mind. That was to get the strike away. He wasn't too far away.
Cooper Stadium just held its collective breath for a moment. Cancel. Tunnicliffe directing traffic. First time ball looking for Halloran. Still alive, and Uskok is forced to clear. Asks why Philip Curto can come out to collect that.
I think we're all waiting for Curto just to appear in the screen and come and collect.
Working down the left-hand side a lot, Zach Clough, in this game, as opposed to his usual spot in the centre of the ground, and it's causing Macarthur some issues at the moment. Here's Halloran. So yes, back to Tunnicliffe. Clough into Irankunda. Irankunda turns. Kitso, and now Clough. Halloran's found some space. Flag stays down for the moment. The cross is just behind Bobolina. Again, the Reds looking dangerous in the final third. Macarthur on the counter-attack. Found Germain. Holman to Bacchus, and now Jed Drew, who switched from his starting position on the left to the right. Nicolau into Drew. 1-2 with Germain. Now the cross can come in from Yanni Nicolau. It's a dangerous one. Watched closely though by Nick Ansell, who was able to clear. Here's Bacchus though, in space, and Macarthur have the equaliser. It's Valet-Germain, the Frenchman. They've asked plenty of questions down that right-hand side, and they've drawn level.
Well, we spoke about the cross for the goal at the other end. Macarthur have decided they're going to do something similar. They look to have dealt with the trouble at first on the Harvey Norman replay. Look at the run from Bacchus. Good ball in, fires it across the 6-yard. Valet-Germain, as all good strikers do, finds himself there for the tap-in. And they've answered. There's been a lot of pressure from Adelaide. Macarthur, draw level.
He's having a big impact, the Frenchman. He's got a wonderful resume. Represented clubs like Marseille, Monaco and Nice in his homeland. He's starting to back up that pedigree in a big way in the Isuzu Ute A-League. A 6th goal for the season. And he showed all of his experience, nous and guile on that occasion to time that run to perfection. Lovely assist though from Kieran Bacchus. He's not known for breaking into the 18-yard box, but didn't he time that run well?
Yeah, it was beautiful. Well-timed run, good first touch, and then just fired it across.
It was set up for an even game at Cooper Stadium. That's the way it's panned out in this first half. Irankunda loses his footing. Fantastic game of A-League football. Just when you thought Adelaide were taking control of the contest, Macarthur worked their way back into it and drew level.
Another look at the foul there.
Now the Cooper Stadium crowd starting to get a tad frustrated. Yemen. Uyitsa. Borja Rodriguez. Germain offers again. Now Rodriguez has some space. To the feet of Davila. They've got the overlap on the right. Davila will shoot instead. Well, they've stretched this Adelaide defence in a big way, have Macarthur. He had options there, Uli Davila. Would you like to see him release down the right? I have the shot that he did.
Well, I think in the first instance, the pass was on, but then as he saw the defender move, the strike was there. You can't argue with that. A guy of his quality, he'll be a little disappointed he hasn't tested the keeper there, but some nice attacking football from Macarthur again.
The link-up work from both strikers in this game has been superb, hasn't it? The feet of Ibasuki, now Valet-Germain, who has a goal to his name, constantly presenting with his back to goal for link-up play for Macarthur. Isaias. Now Kitso advancing from left back. That's a nice through ball for Zach Clough. A few options to choose from. Went for Irankunda, but the Macarthur defence read it well. Here's Jed Drew. He switched to the right-hand side and had an impact for Macarthur since doing so. Germain. Switches it for Rodriguez. Both Macarthur wingers looking dangerous. Gets around Bobolina with ease. The step over from Raphael. Perhaps tried one trick too many. But isn't he exciting, the Melbourne City product? 20 years of age. And he is looking in dangerous form right now down these flanks.
He showed some wonderful feet, and then he tries with the little flick there, and it was blocked. My original thought is he flicked it back himself, but actually was good defending. Another dangerous run. He's having a very good opening first half.
Drew and Rodriguez have swapped flanks, and that's worked. That call from Miles Dejovski. Here's Jake Holman. His cross is a dangerous one if it was read astutely by any of the Macarthur attackers. Bounces into the chest of Delianov though. He's tried to release that Clough. Ujitsa heads it out. Clough has time to turn though. Fantastic first half of football it's been so far. Cooper's Stadium crowd suitably entertained. I'm sure you are, wherever you're watching around the nation on Paramount Plus. Here's Bobolina. Created the opener for Ben Halloran before Bacchus did the exact same down Macarthur's right to set up Valier Germain. Bobolina again. Into Ibusuki, another deft touch. It's a beautiful ball from Isaias, perhaps a little bit strong, but you can see what was going through the 37-year-old Spaniard's mind.
Well, I know we've already touched on it a couple of times, but the number 9 play from Hiroshi and Germain tonight has been exceptional.
There's another touch.
Look at that.
Fantastic for Davila to release the Mexican. And again, Macarthur have space down the right. A player of Davila's quality, though, would like the chance to release Jed Drew again. Perhaps a little bit too ambitious with that pass. Here's Tunnicliffe. Popovic to Irankunda. Bobolina has space. Again, it's a dangerous ball from him. Ibusuki got a head in. Danger still there. Irankunda with the strike. Curto had to watch it closely and gathers on the bounce.
Well, they look dangerous down this right-hand side, don't they? As the ball came out to Irankunda, we all knew he had one thing on his mind. Curto just had to be wary of that outstretched leg by one of his teammates.
Almost a carbon copy of the opening goal. Irankunda to Bobolina, and again it was the dangerous ball. Nice touch from Germain. Adelaide defenders starting to snap at his heels. Such as his creativity with his back to goal. That's a heavy foul from Irankunda on Holman.
He had a heavy touch, didn't he, Holman? But Irankunda was lunging. He was never going to get the ball.
Jack Morgan just opting for a word with Irankunda rather than a yellow card. It's Tommy Uscock. Back to Curto. Had a couple of big saves in this first half. Nicolau into Drew. Ryan Kitto brings him down. Everyone just collecting their breath a moment at Cooper Stadium up to what's been a frantic first half so far. Bobolina under pressure. Does well to find space. Isaias can turn. and release Irankunda. He loves these situations. The cross to Ibasuki! How did he miss? It was a delightful ball, begging to be nodded into the back of the net. And the red-hot Hiroshi Ibasuki sends it wide.
Well, it was a wonderful ball in, wasn't it? And I can only think that maybe, is it Uzkok in front, just gets enough of the body in the way that he loses track of the ball, because the goal was gaping and asking for the ball to be put into it. Hiroshi Ibasuki's normally so reliable with his head.
Oh, he's having a wonderful impact, is Nestor Irankunda. Found space down the right. Pushed the ball deep to the byline. It's a fantastic cross, perfectly weighted. Ibasuki with 3 goals in his last 3 games. Would love that opportunity again. Nice touch though as the ball is played into his feet. And Adelaide have won a free kick in a dangerous spot.
Again, Hiroshi with great feet in a tight area. This time takes the ball to his side and wins the foul. There's a little discussion on the ball between Irankunda and Clough.
Macarthur just trying to hang on as we get close to half-time. Done so well to draw back level. Adelaide are probing now in a big way. When Zach Clough stands over a set piece, it spells danger. This is another dangerous ball to the back post. Just evades Alexander Popovic.
Just a little too much on that one. Enough whip on it.
You just tell that defences are on the back foot though when Zach Clough's standing over the ball at the moment. 4 assists for the season to go with his 5 goals.
Yeah, he's been exceptional. His delivery has been fantastic. You can see now, as we, for the last 2 minutes, Philip Curto saying, enough of the pressure, let's just get the ball down the other end for a bit.
Get away from my 18-yard box, please, so we can have a little spell and regather. They've been good as well, Macarthur. Dangerous on the break. The build-up play has been excellent too. As Max Burford said pre-game, both of these sides stuck in that middle pack. Loomed as a very even contest coming into it. It's shaped up that way in the first half with an excellent standard of football. 2 fantastic goals. Adelaide look to build another attack in the hope of going into the break 2-1 up. Kitto for Clough. Haven't they linked up well in this first half? Clough's ball to the back. Bobolina leaps high. Yerman, taking no risks, chose to clear. But once more, Macarthur looked dangerous on the attack. Germain's ball releases Drew. Wants to play it first time, does so for Germain. The touch was just away from him, more than it needed to be. Delianov got a foot in.
Well, that was wonderful counter-attacking football. Look at that ball from Jed Drew. And I thought he may have just side-footed with the left. As it comes to him, he just has a heavy touch with the outside of the foot. And that comes off Delianov for mine last, but that was a really good opportunity. We've seen Ibasuki at one end. And now Germain at the other.
And Jed Drew's having an impact. The son of Brad Drew, played for 3 clubs in the NRL. His son turned to football and enjoying life at Macarthur at the minute. Once again, pushes the Reds' defence into trouble down their left-hand side, Jed Drew. Fantastic ball for Germain, who, if he had his time again, might have chosen to control it on his left rather than his right. Here is Germain, though. With 1 goal for the evening. Holds off the defenders beautifully.
2 minutes of time added on.
Wiitz's cross hits Bobolina. Holman, the slick feet into Bacchus. Wiitza with space. Delyanov gathers that easily. What a big job, James Delyanov, in the absence of Joe Gauci. He is ready for an opportunity like this, though, at his third club after stints at Melbourne City and Western United. His 27th game of A-League football. Kept 5 clean sheets in the 2020-21 season for Adelaide, so it's not as if he'd be nervous being asked to step in for the Adelaide goal, but still big shoes to fill.
Yeah, it's been a long time between drinks too for an A-League match, so sometimes can take a game or two to get back into the comfort zone.
Joe Gauci along with Lawrence Thomas with the backup goalkeepers to Matt Ryan. In Qatar, the Asian Cup campaign starts on Saturday night against India. Live and exclusive on Network 10 and Paramount Plus. It's Giuseppe Bobolina for Adelaide. To Halloran, the goal scorer. That's a dangerous ball to Ibasuki. He chooses to bring it down on his chest rather than attack it with his head. Offside flag may have been raised. Anyway, there's going to be a card. And it's one of the coaching staff of Macarthur. Some wry smiles along the bench.
Well, they all seem to enjoy that, didn't they?
Have in mind that he's gamed Jack Morgan, the referee, in the first half. Not messing about. His 22nd A-League game, but... And the yellow card is for Miles Sturjovski. The Macarthur coach will be happy with his team's performance in the first 45. Valir Jaman with the equaliser for Macarthur. After Ben Halloran had put the Reds in front. A fantastic first 45 of football. At the break, it is Adelaide 1, Macarthur 1. All the analysis from the first half from Daniel McBreen is not too far away. Stay with us on Paramount Plus.
Oh, here goes Sam Kerr, through on goal. Kerr blasts it into the roof of the net. Australia's all-time leading goal scorer. Fowler, it opens up for the shot. Oh, Mary Fowler, breathtaking. What a goal from the Golden Girl, Mary Fowler.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that fixture, the Matildas and Uzbekistan. Obviously no Sam Kerr, but right now we're talking this fixture. Adelaide United and Macarthur. This is, well, a moment that I think Hiroshi Masugi probably would like back. It could very easily be 2-1 to Adelaide. The striker has been in red-hot form. That was put on a platter for him by Nestor Irankunda, and you can just see right there, he's not too pleased with how he finished it. 1-1, very well poised. Both teams have had plenty of ball in attack and they've been on the back foot in defence. The boys upstairs, Garvey and Macca, well, they've got full highlights for us.
Thank you very much, Max. Yeah, time for the Harvey Norman highlights from what has been an enterprising first half, to say the very least, Daniel McBreen.
Well, it's been entertaining from the very first minute, hasn't it? We've had chances at both ends. We've had young players doing very well, both teams working well in the wide areas, and delivery like that you could watch all day from Bovalina. Two young players combining well, and then he looks up. That's an absolute peach of a ball for Halloran, who gets into those dangerous areas with a simple tap-in, and it was 1-0 for Adelaide there, and for a while after that, they looked like they were going to go on with it.
It's the most teasing ball imaginable from Giuseppe Bovalina. But then Macarthur had the chance to break down the right as well.
And just watch this run here from Bacchus. Look at him, movement there, great ball in, and he just fires it across. And as we said before, good strikers get into those positions. Lovely first touch, just puts it across the box. And Valère Germain is the man to put it in the back of the net.
His sixth goal of the season. You could just see the Adelaide midfielders failing to track Kieran Bacchus as he made that run in. A lovely run from the Macarthur midfielder, and everything about this game seemed even coming into it. Certainly panned out that way in the first half. And the shots at goal, Adelaide just edging it slightly along with passes in the opposition half. But Macarthur have rattled the post, I should say, early on as well from Rafael Rodriguez, and opened up the Adelaide defence too on plenty of occasions.
Yeah, I think Adelaide have probably just shaded it as far as possession and where they've had their possession. But it's been an entertaining game. Both teams could be in half-time now saying, well, we should be in front. I think both coaches will be pretty happy with their attacking play. And it's been very entertaining football.
One of the standout aspects of that first half has been the way in which both strikers have welcomed the ball to their feet and linked up play. That's a big reason why Valère Germain leads the Paramount Plus player index.
Yeah, got himself a goal. Could have had another one if he took it with his left foot, that one he touched. But his link-up play has been fantastic. The counter-attacking football from Macarthur at times has all gone through him and Uli Davila. And then you've got Raphael and Drew going down the sides in the wing areas as well, causing all kinds of problems. It's been really good counter-attacking football from Macarthur.
Yeah, both wingers, Jed Drew and Rafael Borges Rodriguez, in the top five for Macarthur. But this man, Nestor Irankunda, has been lively to say the least for the Reds. Geez, he set up Hiroshi Ibasuki with a beauty. Should see Adelaide go 2-1 up. Ibasuki couldn't convert, but they've been on their back heels every time he's had the football, Ibasuki, haven't they, the Macarthur defence?
Well, they have. And he was electric last week, Irankunda. And look, he sets himself such high standards that he does come down hard on himself, but he's so electric. He's always gets the crowd on their feet. And that there is an absolutely delightful ball. That should have been 2-1. And I wonder if that was Ibasuki in the half-time in the change room telling him why he didn't finish that one.
He's switched to the left at times as well, Irankunda. And when he has done, he's cut inside and looked dangerous. Been happy to take the defenders on to the byline as well. He's such a delight to watch. He turns 18 next month, and there are only a few more months left for him in the Isuzu Ute A-League before he makes that gigantic move to Bayern Munich and Germany. An Australian footballer to be watched with interest that's been the Hungry Jacks halftime show. The second half, which we can't wait for on the basis of the first, is not too far away. A Monday night in January at Cooper Stadium. Might not be the warmest, but it's certainly been entertaining from a football point of view. And the entertainment from a footballing aspect continues in a very big way on Channel 10 and Paramount Plus, because the Asian Cup campaign for the Socceroos is getting closer.
Craig Goodwin delivers the free kick in. It's a good ball, and it's the opening goal from the towering Harry Suter. Miller is there with Metcalf. He dinks the ball back in. Great header. Mitch Duke. What a story. 11 goals now in green and gold.
Regional Development Program in 2 locations. One is in Elizabeth, and next year we are opening another location which is going to be at Cove. So if you are from the south, you are very, very welcome to come.
Liberty Home Loans hit different. They're for the free thinkers, the go-getters, and the creatives. So if you're a free thinker, you'll be right at home. Liberty, loans for free thinkers.
Every game, an insurance claim, every investment protected, and repairer selected. Every rescue, and every brand new. Every trip, and travel tip. Every tradie connected, and every unexpected. Every day, everything we do helps our members at home, on the road, and on holidays to keep on moving on. You've probably heard the saying, if you can count your real mates on one hand, you're doing pretty well. But with the 7-seat Isuzu MUX, you got room for a couple more. From kicking around the city to kicking back around the campfire, nothing gets you and your crew there in style and comfort quite like the Isuzu MUX. Live your own way in the Isuzu MUX.
As they prepare to make their way off the pitch here at Cooper Stadium, give it up for our halftime heroes. Campbelltown City, Para City. We are so excited. It's back. Gladiators with Australia's toughest competitors taking on our Gladiator champions. It's epic family fun. The friendliest Jan 15 on 10 and 10 play. Hey, have you heard it? He proudly supports the A-Leagues, the free thinkers, the game changers, and the goal kickers, both on and off the field. Bring your finance teams to life with Liberty. Loans for free thinkers. Don't forget, at the end of the match tonight, you've got the opportunity to play on the pitch. We'll be handing out some Macca's balls at Family Park for everyone just before full time. Just be patient with the team. Listen out for my voice post-match. I'll let you know when it's safe to enter the pitch.
You might need a bit of rugging up on a Monday night in January, perhaps more than you thought for this time of the year. That youngster, ducking for cover a touch. He's had plenty to keep him entertained though in the first half. 1-1 it is between Adelaide and Macarthur at the break. Excellent standard of football so far in this game. Mark Milligan, Socceroos great, giving some instructions to Ryan Tunnicliffe. He knows a fair bit about playing in a defensive midfield role. Fingers pointing everywhere. Mark Milligan starting to make his foray into management. That sums up the vibe at Cooper's, doesn't it? Shoulders going in every which way. Much in line with the players from both sides in the first half. Beers to be enjoyed in the outer, along with some snacks Adelaide had a big chance to go 2-1 up just before half-time. Those Melbourne Victory fans, no doubt considering the passion of the original rivalry, hoping Macarthur can get a much-needed 3 points and break a 4-game winless streak tonight in the City of Churches. Daniel Garpia with you on Paramount Plus. There's a very small section of Macarthur fans take in some of the action as well as we wait for both teams to step back out onto Cooper Stadium.
The second half here at Cooper Stadium. Can you please welcome back out onto the pitch, Macarthur.
Macarthur will make their way back out now. Substitutes, staying warm.
Adelaide United.
Jake Holman in the number 8 shirt for Macarthur came back into the starting lineup for Clayton Lewis, who's, as we're told, being rested for this one for the Bulls. Hasn't he been fantastic? And there is the Adelaide captain in Ryan Kiddo. Tries to break forward down that left-hand side as much as he can. His 190th A-League game. What a score that he's been for the Reds. The Frenchman, Vallier-Germain, up to 6 goals for the season now. Look at the break by Bruno Fornaroli. A chance, though, for others to catch him as he steps away for the Asian Cup with the Socceroos. Vallier-Germain, one of those perhaps keen to close that gap. He has 1 goal for the night. Let's go down to the sideline. Max Burford is with that man we were just speaking about in Mark Milligan.
We miss him on our coverage, so we try to get him on whenever he can, Mark Milligan. Millsy, first of all, a half-time sub, and it looks like you've subbed a centre-back off and a midfielder on. How's it going to work?
Yeah, no, look, Nick's struggling a little bit, just a little bit of a knee complaint, and Issa's done it before. We're confident with him on the ball, and tonight I think it's a good fit.
We'll see Johnny Yull come on. What did you note from the first half? End-to-end, they look dangerous every time they go forward, which I don't think probably would have been something that Carl was too happy with in there.
Yeah, no, look, we're a little bit reactive on our press, and it was just something we have to adjust. I think if we can control that a little bit better and be a little bit more aggressive, then we should control the game a little more.
Appreciate your time, Mark Milligan.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Thank you, Millsy. With Max, confirmation of that change for the Reds. Nick Ansell substituted at half-time. Johnny Yull slots into the heart of the Adelaide defence. He will be tasked with trying to keep Vallier-Germain quiet, who has been brilliant so far in this one. Daniel McBreen with a goal to his name.
Well, it'll be Isaias who's dropped.
Well, it is Isaias who's dropped back.
Yeah,
I
was about to
apologise.
say Isaias would normally be the one that drops in there, but he's done it a few times now. Very experienced head on those shoulders. So what he might lack in pace, his positioning and reading of the game is also fantastic.
They don't have the tallest front three, Macarthur. Tunnicliffe into Isaias. Now in the heart of the defence for the Reds. Switches it to Clough. Links up with Kitto. To go through the legs of Nicolau. Keeps his feet well, does Ryan Kitto. Looks for Aaron Kunda. Ball still alive in the 18-yard box. Macarthur still failed to clear their lines. Here's Tunnicliffe. Halloran checks back onto his right. Yull gets there ahead of Holman. Johnny Yull, the substitute. Yull again. Bobolina pointing, demanding it. Opts for the option of Zach Clough instead. Well done by Uzcock to stand his ground. Now the Bulls can break. Davila sees the run of Borges Rodriguez. Germain will run in behind him. That'll open up some space. The back heel is misguided. You can see what he was thinking and trying to do, just not quite executed the way in which he would have liked. Aaron Kunda tries to go through the legs of Bacchus. Chance though for the Reds. Curto catches out in front of Ibusuki.
The second half started just like the first, hasn't it? Both teams to go at pace. Here's a little look at that attempt at back heel. Didn't quite get a hold of it. But he's been good today, Raphael. He's had a couple of opportunities. He's smacked one against the post. He's run at his defender at almost every opportunity.
The hooked clearance from Isaias travels all the way across to Irankunda. Switch it to Clough. Touch is heavy. Gets there before Drew, though. That's a brilliant ball to Halloran. Picks it up inside the 18-yard box. Clip pass from Kitto. He's only cleared as far as Irankunda. The play goes on. Rodriguez runs directly. The Adelaide defence, but Johnny Yale was strong and able to win it back. I'm not sure how that wasn't a free kick.
Well, it certainly looked like one, didn't it?
Would have been a huge chance for Adelaide, but perhaps Clough or Irankunda have a shot at goal from just outside the 18-yard box. Here's Popovic. Clough. Now Kitto. Chance for Halloran. Fired in at the near post. Adelaide carving out some opportunities early in the second half.
They are down this left-hand side. Kitto's been involved in most of the opening minutes of the second half. Another good cutback. Just a little difficult to open the body up, open that foot up, guide it towards goal for Halloran.
The Cooper Stadium crowd certainly making their presence felt this Monday night in the Isuzu Ute A-League. Johnny Yale for Bobolina set up the first goal for Ben Halloran. Yes. Found some space down the right. Hooked in for Ibusuki. Nicolau lost his footing there for a moment. Was able to watch the ball and headed away. Clough's cross to the back post. Ibusuki was lurking too far away from the danger zone. The Reds doing all the attacking early in the second 45. Irankunda into Johnny Yale, the substitute with space and time to shoot. Philip Curto was flat-footed, watching it closely as it travelled across his goal.
Well, I'm not too sure how far wide that went, but as he turned and saw the space, Curto was just watching and hoping that it was going wide. I don't think it was too far wide of that upright.
Added a bit of energy since coming on, Johnny Yale. Substitute made at half-time by Carl Veer. Nick Anseloff, Isaias to the centre of defence. Young Johnny Yale adding some bite in the Adelaide midfield. 1-1 it remains though. Macarthur yet to advance deep into the Adelaide half in the second half. All the Reds so far. Need to be careful though. Uli Darvila snapping at the heels of Johnny Yale. Just need to get a piece of the football at the moment, Macarthur. They can't seem to do. And again, Adelaide break. Here's Clough for Kitto. A chance to put a dangerous ball in. Well watched by Nicolau. Under the pump though, the Bulls.
Yeah. Adelaide have come out a little bit of a spring in their step in this second half. They're turning the screw.
they are always dangerous from set pieces in front of their ardent home fans. This is one of the very best from a set piece in Australia, Zach Clough, the Bolton product. His 3rd season now in the A-League. Punched away by Curto. Irankunda's there. Will opt for the first time cross. A little too deep. Macarthur get a chance to reset. Calvert will be liking what he's seeing at the moment, but he needs 3 points. Only 2 wins in his last 9 games for a side that many thought would be a contender this season.
Well, they started off so fantastically well in the first 2 games. It's just dropped off since then. They don't have the talent and the quality. The consistency hasn't remained. You see there just the 1 win in the last 5.
Massive second half of football for Adelaide at home. Considering all of that, here's Clough to the feet of Halloran, looking for his 2nd of the night. Johnny Yull! That one's further away from the target. Had time, had space. Another chance goes begging for Adelaide.
And again, it comes down that left-hand side. Clough drifting out to the left. Kiddo getting forward. Sturjovski has some thinking to do.
Just need to keep some possession, the Bulls. Adelaide with the full press. As Curto goes long, and they've turned it over again. Here's Tunnicliffe. Passages of play like this can take their toll, perhaps, on times, on teams, mentally and physically. Reds just trying to break Macarthur down. Kitto again, finding space down the left with the chance to cross. Looks for Halloran. Holman gets across. Clough bounces off Holman and then wins another corner.
Well, he looked to just hook that ball back. Holman got it all wrong. What could have been a throw-in turns into a corner, and Adelaide are very dangerous on set pieces.
It'll be Zach Clough to deliver again. Can the pressure tell? To the back post he goes. Headed down safely into the hands of Philip Curto. Macarthur also desperate for a win, considering their run of recent form. Stabilising draw against the Newcastle Jets last time out. They're conceding a lot of goals. 3 against Western Sydney, 3 against Perth, same amount against Wellington. Defence is holding up a little bit better at the moment here at Cooper Stadium. Just need to stabilise the touch in this football match as Barbala wins a free kick off Tunnicliffe. Here's Bacchus looking for Drew. Well done by Sayers, using all of his experience to win the throw-in. Now a chance for Macarthur. Demand for Darvila. Turned over too easily. Basuki, Clough, and Kitto. Release Bovalina. Irankunda has space. Up against Vujitsa. Fires that goal. Not sure that was the best option for Nestor Irankunda, especially when even Vujitsa's on a yellow card in front of him.
Yeah, it was very optimistic. We know he's banged them in from distance before, but plenty of space in front of him, didn't he? And like you say, why not drive into the box and really run it? Vujitsa, put him on the back foot inside the penalty area.
Got to love the enthusiasm of youth, though. A few battle scars for Nestor Irankunda. backs himself from any situation, which is what we love about him. Long may it stay that way for the soon-to-be 18-year-old. Adelaide on the attack again. Irankunda released again. German and Vujitsa get in each other's way, and the Reds have won it back. Here's Clough. Kitto on the overlap. Will clip it to the back post. Curto watches it well. Vasuki was lurking.
Well, before this match, Kitto was third on the most successful crosses in the league. If they keep giving him opportunities, he's going to find someone.
Here's Jet Drew. Sayers watched that well. Across his own goals. Irankunda does well to get in front of Vujitsa. Not quite sure that's enough for a second yellow, but that was important from Nestiri Irankunda, because if he lost that one-on-one, Macarthur had space down the left.
See there, just a clear push in the back, in front position Irankunda.
So yes, has looked comfortable since dropping into defence.
Yeah, he's had plenty of experience there, as I said. He's been around the block a time or two.
His second stint at Adelaide United, Isaias. His 9th season at the Reds. He hasn't scored since the 2018-2019 season. Not sure he'll be doing that tonight from the centre of defence. What a contributor he's been in that red shirt. As is this man, Ryan Kitto, the captain. 190 A-League games to his name. Along with Ben Halloran, looking dangerous down the left. Halloran with the goal for the Reds this evening. Kanakov looks for Clough. Narvala did well to win it back, and now Borges Rodriguez finds some space. Such a direct runner. Popovic gets across to corral him. Holman looks forward. German linking up play once more. Now Macarthur can settle. 15 minutes into the second half, finally getting the chance to knock the football around. Wooscock. It's over the top for Darvala, who was run straight into Popovic, and it's an Adelaide free kick.
It was a rare moment in the second half where Macarthur had some sustained possession. 73% against in their second half.
Clough darts around Bacchus. Ibasuki. Irankunda wanted it played to him. Adelaide will have to reset. Tunnicliffe. Clough let fly with his left. Quite cleared by Macarthur. One back by Bobolina. Now Halloran, quick feet to Kitto, a chance for a penalty. And the referee waves away the calls from the Adelaide crowd from Ryan Kitto. VAR will have a look at it. The corner is the call.
Let's have another look here. Kitto gets the touch there. I'll tell you what. Let's have another look. Wooscock makes contact. He's given a corner. He was nowhere near the ball.
Well, Chris Griffiths-Jones in the VAR booth may be having another long, hard look at this. Tommy Wooscock shakes his head. He pointed to the ball straight away. He wants a card for a dive. And there will be no penalty. Clough to take the corner. That incident has sparked things, though. Ibasuki and Yerman involved. Ben Halloran as well. It's broken out into a full-blown melee at Cooper Stadium. Kitto, German, maybe a language difference, but on a football field, they all understand what they mean.
Well, this has been going on all game. Ibasuki and Yerman, they've been battling, jostling, especially on corners and set pieces. And then Ryan Kitto just gets involved, and it's everyone's in. Ivan Vujica starts to go and realises he's on a yellow and says, no, I'm out of there.
And throughout that passage, Matt Yerman only had eyes for Ben Halloran. He wanted to go back at him. And it's a yellow card for Isaias and Matt Yerman. I'm not sure how that was picked out, considering about 15 players were involved, but anyway.
I can tell you why the Isaias one was given out. It's because he ran from my side of the touchline just to get involved and support his teammates, but that was pointed out by 3 Macarthur coaches to the 4th official. So if anyone was going to get it from the Reds, I think Issa was perhaps in the hot seat.
Well, perhaps Jack Morgan, thank you, Max, decided he had to give a yellow card to someone amid all of that, from both sides. And still it goes on. We love it. Now the delivery comes from Zach Clough. Another corner. Once more the pressure will build.
Well, it's heating up now, isn't it? The football was hot. Now it's steaming.
Macarthur defence under pressure. The Adelaide fans rise as one. Drew with the clearance. Put back in from Isaias. Curto reads it well. It's all come to life at Cooper Stadium. Woodcock and Bacchus. Release Nicolau. To the feet, Jaman. Touch is deft for Jed Drew. Drew with a lovely ball looking for Davila. Well watched by Alexander Popovic. And out for a goal kick. Vujitsa, Bacchus and Yerman all on yellow cards for Macarthur. Isaias now for the Reds. And Milos Tedrowski for that matter for the Bulls as well. Aaron Kunda's a strong claim for a free kick there. Again, Jack Morgan's waved it away. He's letting a lot go, the referee.
Well, I think he played advantage on that one because Adelaide still had the ball. The crowd was saying, well, what's the advantage?
They've probably got a fair point. Here's Clough. Releasing Halloran. Sort of across the 6-yard box. Well watched by Uzcock. It's so dangerous down that left-hand side, the Reds at the moment.
Oh, that's a clear push for mine there. And how many crosses have Adelaide put in from this left-hand side?
He was so good in the first half, but does Adelaide win another corner? Is Ibusuki doing enough for you to get into those dangerous areas in the second?
Well, I don't think the quality of the cross has been particularly great, to be honest. I think they've got into good positions. They've had a couple of good cutbacks, but they haven't really beat that first man on many occasions with the crosses.
It was a goal kick, in fact, as Jaman chests that down beautifully for Macarthur. To break down the left through Raphael, does excellently against Bovalina. And then Aaron Kunda dives in. And Vujitsa, he's come out of it second best, the youngster.
I just wonder if he got a boot or a knee as he slid into the back. You see good determination, goes in. Oh, and he steps down on him, doesn't he? I don't think it was intentional. Actually thought he tried to step over him, if anything.
Purely accidental from Ivan Vujitsa. But Nestor Aaron Kunda has been at it tonight in a big way, defensively as well as in an attacking sense.
He's shown good determination, hasn't he? He's involved with a lot down this right-hand side in the first half.
Here's a chance for the Reds. Halloran to Kitto, wins the 50-50. It'll fall to Ben Halloran here, who is still onside. Across to the back post. Aaron Kunda's there. Drives it. Back on goal. And that'll be a corner. sure what Irankunda was doing there, whether he was shooting or just trying to cross with a lot of pace. Either way, he made something happen.
I think he was just trying to fire it across that 6 yard. Anything can happen if you hit it with pace. Hit a corner. It was an error from Macarthur that led to the opportunity.
Being told the handball is being checked here. Drive from Ryan Kiddo. Has hit the arm. The Macarthur defender. Looked like Nicolau. Now, may have been close enough to his body. In fact, that is the call from Chris Griffith-Jones, which probably a common sense one. Irankunda. I mean, there are inconsistencies with those handballs, which is what probably a lot of Adelaide fans are asking about right now.
Well,
it was Yerman, in fact.
The arm was to the side, but it did seem to, the elbow seemed to come up, didn't it? Whether it was
like
there.
A teapot, perhaps?
We need to have another look. Oh, his left. See how his left arm's in, but his right arm's left out. I tell you what, he'd be a referee. You've seen him given before, seen him not given.
Yeah. A reprieve for Macarthur. Ibasuki into Irankunda. Drives at the Bulls' defence. And wins the corner. Matt Yerman, adamant that he didn't touch it. Looks like the decision has been changed, in fact.
Yeah, you see there Irankunda with the right foot onto the left foot. So good decision from the refereeing staff there.
We've seen enough of Matt Yerman over the years to know that he's a pretty honest footballer. I don't think he'd be protesting like that if you got a touch on it. Backus to Vajutsa. Raphael. One back by Ibasuki. Holman comes in to help. 1-2 with Vajutsa. Fantastic touch as per usual from Jake Holman. Now Davala. There's Nicolau running off him. Jed Drew on the outside. Did well to just keep that ball in front of him. Now the Reds can win it back. Here's Clough. So Irankunda can turn. And that gets the Coopers crowd up. Darted around Holman. And for some reason hasn't won a free kick. But they won't be happy with this as Macarthur break. Here's Drew. Raphael's in a dangerous position. Had the chance to put Macarthur ahead and spurned it.
Has to score. We've spoke about the delivery tonight. There you see he gets a touch on the ball.
Well, how's that not a free kick?
And then that is a wonderful ball. It skips up off the service, which actually probably takes it up and away from Raphael. Made it a little bit more difficult. But it's been all Adelaide this second half. But again, Macarthur showed there that Adelaide can't switch off.
Those wingers are dangerous, Drew and Raphael. It's a clear foul on Irankunda though. Hooks this back, looking for Ibasuki. End-to-end football at Cooper Stadium. It's been fantastic to watch. It's going delicately poised. Here's Clough. Arbala wins it back. And now gets it back from Drew. German offering support. And so yes, wins it back though in the battle of the veterans up against Davala. But now they've turned it over and a chance for Davala to shoot. With Delianov off his line. Look for Raphael. And now Backus. German. Drive it to the back post. Straight at Delianov. Macarthur win it back. A frantic game of football. And they are usually the most brilliant.
Well, that was almost disastrous for Adelaide. And his clearance straight to Uli Davala. Thought he was going to shoot straight away, but decided to dribble. And the Adelaide defence did enough to get back.
Macarthur just catching their breath. Here's Uzcock. And Kunda gets a foot in on Davila. Macarthur keep possession. Nicolau and Drew, who has been dangerous. Nutmegs Kiddo. Couldn't get past Isaias, who has been brilliant in the heart of the Adelaide defence. He's got this Cooper Stadium crowd up and about. It's lively down there, Max Burford.
Yeah, they are ready to burst down here. Some rightfully, some perhaps not so rightfully. They're ready to have a go every time the ref blows his whistle for either team. I wanted to ask, as we have a couple of subs made here for both teams, I wanted to ask Daniel McBreen, someone like Nestor Irankunda, who we have seen in the past, I'm sure he would regretfully now say dive, but also at times, because he goes so hard, the faintest little touch knocks him over. Does he pay for a few of those past indiscretions when he gets, as I think we can all agree, fouled on that last play a few minutes ago? Does he pay for those? Do referees remember them?
Oh, well, I think the Macarthur player, I can't remember who it was, got a touch on the ball. I think they won the ball. And look, I think there was one before he was pushed and the referee allowed play on because Adelaide still had the ball. But he plays at pace. Small knocks do knock him off, and referees have to realise that when you're going at pace, the smallest of touches can make you lose your balance. And if that's enough to stop your progression, well, then it is a foul. But I still think it was a good touch on the ball to win it on that last one.
3 substitutes made. Ali Ogla on for Raphael. Jerry Skadatis on for Oli Davila. And a big substitution made by Carl Veert. Luka Jovanovic entering the fray. Now leading the Adelaide attack. Hiroshi Ibasuki leading the game. Looking like he was tiring a touch in the second half. Excellent work there by Matt Yerman to win that ball as Adelaide looked to pierce a pass through the Macarthur defence. Here's Bacchus. Switch of play, looking for Jed Drew. Does well to control it. Kito recovered. Delianov's under a bit of pressure. Needs to clear his lines. Pace of this game being maintained. Here's Nicolau. Strong 50-50 with Kiddo. The Adelaide captain wins out. Irankunda into Clough. Jovanovic has space. Onside. Well read by Curto. Excellent work on the Macarthur goalkeeper. The flag has gone up now. Looked to be on though, Luka Jovanovic.
Yeah, I agree. I thought far defender was keeping me on. No, we're wrong. Assistant referee's got that right, but again, Philip Curto, that's great goalkeeping.
So good in the first half for Hiroshi Ibasuki, but it did look like a change needed to be made in attack for Adelaide.
Yeah, he was a little non-existent in the second half.
The man on to replace him, Jovanovic, fouls Tomislav Uzcock. That's what Carl Veert, no doubt, has asked him to do. Harass this Macarthur defence. Big 20 minutes remaining in this clash from Cooper Stadium. Draw doesn't really help either side a great deal. Here's Bacchus. Skadatis finds Ali Ogla. Popovic stands him up. Headed away from Isaias, who has been near flawless since being moved into the back four in the second half. After being under the pump in the first 15 minutes of the second half, Macarthur just settling a touch. Kito. And now Halloran, who looks to be offside. Flag goes up belatedly, despite the save from Philip Curto.
He just went way too early there, didn't he? The ball carrier really should see that Clough out on this side.
Both coaches have made changes in attack, which you can understand considering the pace of this game. Neither team's had a chance to rest at any stage. Throw in for Macarthur. We'll have another substitution. It'll be Lockie Rose. He'll come on down the right-hand side for Jed Drew, who has been more than lively for Macarthur tonight.
Oh, he's had a good game, Jed Drew. Along with Raphael, they both caused problems. Some fresh legs on there now to keep that momentum going.
Rose and Ali Orgler out on the flanks. Here they go, Macarthur. Clip to the back post. The Skadatas looking for Orgler. Here's Vujitsa. Teasing ball. Kitso fails to clear it. Was Germain pushed? There's an argument. His Adelaide opponent, Isaias and Germain, still going at it. Iran Kunda does well to win the ball back. Still a lot of bite in this football game. Just lashed out there a bit, did Germain on Isaias. Not much in it, but frustrations are boiling. No free kick there. Well done by Bobolina. Stand up, Ali Orgler. So we move into the final 10 minutes plus stoppage time in Cooper Stadium. Both goals coming in the first half, courtesy of Valier Germain from Macarthur, who equalised after Ben Halloran's opener. Zach Clough wants to get things going quickly for the Reds. Iran Kunda hugging the touchline on the right-hand side. Here's Popovic. Ryan Tunnicliffe, the Englishman, picks up possession rather too easily. And Holman is fouled by Tunnicliffe, who, giving the ball away, showed his frustration. Wonderful player to watch is Jake Holman. So comfortable in the heart of Macarthur's midfield yet again. Popovic looking to release Iran Kunda, who did well to get in front of Vujitsa and get ahead to that. Out for a throw-in, but he's fought hard for the football all night, has Nestor Iran Kunda. See Macarthur have the chance to move back up into third place. They can find a late winner. Adelaide can move up as well. Here's Iran Kunda with the strike. A little bit shallow. The Reds can elevate themselves into fifth place. So a lot riding on these final 15 minutes or so.
The only thing that's surprising about this match so far is that there isn't more goals. It's been an open game. Both teams have shown some good attacking forays.
Valier Germain has been fantastic in attack for Macarthur. Wins that flick on. Delianov pumps it back into Macarthur's half. Here's Bacchus. And for Lockie Rose. Ito was covering. Tunnicliffe and Halloran. Isaias, always looking forward. Plays it into the feet of Johnny Yull. Well done by Bacchus to get a touch on that. Only as far as Clough though. Johnny Yull continues his run. Up against Nicolau. Had the chance to cross. Cut back on his right. The 1-2 with Clough, and perhaps they do a little bit too much there, the Reds. And that that battle been a fascinating one, Isaias and Germain?
He's used all his years of experience there. Isaias, his touch got his body across and he felt the contact.
The substitutions will continue. Ethan Alligic, the son of the Reds great, Richie Alligic, enters the fray for Tunnicliffe. Josh Cavallo will come on as well. And there'll be a big round of applause for Nestaria and Kunda, who has been fantastic once more for Adelaide United. Albeit using 4 substitutions. His chasers will win for his side. Here's Cavallo. At the feet of Jovanovic. Bulls win it back. Excellent work from Jerry Skadatas to find Lockie Rose. Gets it back from Lockie Rose. Popovic had to watch that closely and did so. Kuyitsa with the long ball. Rose up against Cavallo. Now watched by Kito. The back heel to Nicolo. Holman. Kito into the back of Lockie Rose. Holman wanted to take the free kick quickly. Mildred set up Macarthur with Christian Popovic now on the field for a set piece that might just ask some questions of the Adelaide defence. Lockie Rose to take it. Dangerous looking ball. Well cleared by Alligic. Delianov comes out of his line to catch the cross from the left. Zach Clough leading the way on the Paramount Plus player index. Linked up plenty as the Englishman. Bobolina. Alligic. Cavallo with the cross. Wooscock watches it closely. It'll be another Adelaide corner.
Well, they've been pushing and pushing Adelaide in this second half. They just can't quite find the opening. It's been desperate Macarthur defence that's kept them at bay.
Josh Cavallo with a dangerous cross in his first game back from injury. Nice to see him out there for the Reds again. Clough's corner to the back post. Headed away by Popovic. Isaias. For the feet of Johnny Yao. Well done by Kiddo to win that back up against Skadatas. Isaias. Posed by Ali Orgla. Kito, the unfamiliar right-hand side for him. To the feet of Cavallo. Clips it to a dangerous spot, headed away by Yerman. Macarthur under pressure. Here's Ethan Alligic. Clough, darting into a dangerous spot. Jovanovic looking to carve out an opportunity. A bit too aggressive there on Yanni Nicolau. Macarthur win the free kick. Hopefully Yanni Nicolaou's okay. Any concerns here for the Macarthur right back. He's fell to the turf and he's grabbing his left knee.
Well, I think Ivanovic just falls on him, knee on knee, as he landed on the ground.
Seems to be okay. Hopefully it's just contact rather than a twist of any sort. Good story, Yanni Nicolaou. 24 years of age, had to work his way up through the NPL system. Many players, when they get to that age, think their chance at an opportunity in the A-League has passed them by, but he's been ever present at right back for Macarthur this season.
He has. Mile Sturjowski's shown faith in him.
And lovely to see. Got a bit more work to do in this one, though. Does Adelaide push hard for a winner? Isaias clips it for Cavallo. First time cross. It's for Jovanovic. Cleared by the Bulls. Halloran does the chasing. Good challenge on Clough by Jake Holman. The referee lets it go, as he has done for most of the night. And Macarthur conjure up something on the break. Shaman. Yitza and Popovic combined. Now Holman does well to get around Johnny Yao. Fancy footwork yet again from Jake Holman. Nicolaou will go on the wraparound for Lockie Rose. Now gets it back. Kitso was strong. Excellent work from the Adelaide skipper. Now they can break down the right. For Giuseppe Bobolina, the provider of the opener for the Reds. Popovic. Into Alagic. Kitto chases well. Wins the throw in.
There'll be 5 minutes of time.
Popovic with a long-range drive, but that was always rising. As fatigue starts to set in, perhaps the options were limited.
Well, that's what you call ambitious. Young centre-back driving forward, 30 yards out, as we tick into the 91st minute. Sturjowski will be happy to see Adelaide shooting from that distance.
Be satisfied with the performance, Mile Sturjowski, but still searching for a win. Score stays the same. It'll be 5 games without one.
Well, they've dug in second half, haven't they? It was a very much more even game first half. Flowed from end to end. Those teams created. Adelaide probably just shaded, but it's been all Adelaide second half. They have really turned the screw.
There's Josh Cavallo. Jovanovic supporting him. What can Adelaide do here? As they look to grab all 3 points. Isaias. Popovic. It's Bobolina. Clips it to the back post. Lockie Rose does well against Cavallo. Stops the ball going out for a corner as well. Alagic. Floating ball to the back post, well watched by Curto. He's looked composed in goal all night, hasn't he?
He has. And he's dealt with a few of those floated crosses very simply tonight. He's also swept well behind his back line. He's made a save or two early on as well.
This man wearing the captain's armband now after the substitution of Uli Dabala. Velajaman has been fantastic too. Lovely when a foreigner fights like he has this evening.
Well, it has been a fighting performance from Macarthur second half. Hasn't been too much in the way of going forward. It's been the odd moment It's been a spirited defensive display.
Time remaining, though, for a winner. Isaias. In for the long ball. Holman. A bit hasty with the clearance. Nicolau into Skidadis. Does well, Jerry Skidadis. Clips it over the top now for Ali Orgler. And Macarthur breaks some Adelaide hearts late. Guiitsa with the overlap. The cross is dangerous. And they've won a corner. Popovic heads it out. Couple minutes remaining at Cooper Stadium. And the Bulls can build for a set piece.
And this is their first corner in the second half, and it comes in the 94th minute. What can they do from here?
Yerman's forward, as is Uzkok. Jaman is there. Ali Orgler with the delivery to the back post. Yerman with the header, big save, Delianov. Low to his left. Matt Yerman was just about wheeling away.
Well, he got down well, didn't he, to his left, Delianov. It was a long ball to the back post. And he just prodded it towards that near post, Yerman. He got down well, got a good hand on it, Delianov. He hasn't had much to do in the second half, but he was called upon there. And look at the reaction of the Macarthur bench.
Another set piece to navigate, though, for the Adelaide defence. Delianov had bodies in his way. Watch that well. It's Orgler again, who set up the last opportunity. Again, the header from Yerman. This one flashes to the back post. Macarthur with a couple of big opportunities late.
Well, there are only two corners of the second half, and Matt Yerman gets a header on both. Can steer that one goalward. It's one last foray now for Adelaide United.
Aligic into the feet of Yao. Clips it over the top. Nicolau with the header away. Kito's there. And the Reds get a ball into the box. Cavallo needs to get it into a dangerous spot under pressure. Headed away by Guiitsa. A chance though for Adelaide. Ryan Kiddo, the captain. Now Macarthur can still break. There's Jaman with the nutmeg. And perhaps an opportunity, the Frenchman. Popovic gets across. And that might just be that. The home crowd frustrated. Macarthur satisfied. 1-1 it finishes. But what a fantastic game of A-League football we have seen on a Monday night at Cooper Stadium. The players absolutely exhausted after what has been a frenetic game of football, but one played at an extremely high standard. The Reds pushed and pushed for the majority of the second half, but it was Matt Yerman who arguably conjured up the best chance of it. It was well saved by James Delianov to preserve the scores at 1 apiece in a fantastic game of Isuzu Ute A-League football. Tommy Uzkok alongside Matt Yerman had to do a lot to keep the Adelaide attack, including Nestoria and Kunda, who was fantastic before being substituted, at bay. Calvert now with just 2 wins in his last 10 games. I think both coaches, just judging by their body language at the moment, will be very happy with the standard of football that their sides have produced. Let's get some reaction from Max Burford.
Well, we've gone to the man who's played his first game in 10.5 months of football. We'll get that in a second, Josh Cavallo, but first of all, the result probably feels like, looking at the way everyone's reacted there, the Adelaide boys were a little bit disappointed with a 1-1 draw.
Yeah, I think we're a bit hard done by, the last 20 minutes it was just us on the counter all the time. So I'm a bit disappointed we couldn't snatch that win, but we take that on to the next game, and it was a great hunger in the last 10 minutes that we've shown. So if we carry on to that to next game on Saturday, we wouldn't have a problem scoring goals.
What was it in the second half? That you had so much of the ball, spent so much time in the Adelaide half, but there wasn't a clear avenue to goal?
I think just us being a little bit more patient and not eager on the first one. We kept the second and third, and on the fourth or fifth one, it was in behind the goal. So I'm really proud of the boys tonight. And, you know, it wasn't the best result, but we gathered together, we picked ourselves up, and another 10 more minutes, we would have scored a goal.
What about for you, Josh? First game, 10.5 months since tearing an Achilles, one of the worst injuries that a sportsman or woman can do. How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel great. Like, I've got the biggest smile on my face right now because it was a hard road. It was a long road as well, and taught me patience. And, you know, I had great guidance of my partner and my family who got me how I am today. And I'm really proud I could step back on that field. Just want to snag a goal next time.
Great to have you back, mate. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Josh Cavallo. Jake Holman from Macarthur, mate. Thank you for your time. I mean, you guys were celebrating that. Everyone wants 3 points, but you were celebrating it with some smiles on the faces at the end of that result.
Yeah, a draw here is a very hard point to get. I think in the club's history, we've only ever got 1 point away from our Coopers. So when you look at our list at the moment, we've got a lot of injuries, a lot of key players out. So I think in the scheme of things, 1 point will take it.
How did you see the game from a Macarthur point of view, especially with Adelaide pushing hard, but every time he went forward, it looked like you guys were a chance to score as well?
Yeah, I thought in the first half we were very good. It was a pity we almost went on top of the first half. In the second half, we knew playing at home and our quick turnaround, they'd probably have a lot of momentum. And we actually wanted to counteract that because their wing-backs get very high and we wanted to exploit the spaces they left behind.
A nice result here, but you would have liked to win. Winless for the last month. How far is Macarthur from turning it around and getting those wins back on the board and starting to push back up the table?
Yeah, hopefully very soon. I think you look at the games lately and we've been very positive in the way how we've turned things around from the losses, and I'm sure they'll start to turn to wins soon.
Thank you, Jake. Enjoy the flight home.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
We'll have the post-game show after the break.
That's what you're waiting for.